GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more.
Hey, welcome to In the Zone. Dave Delgado here with Derek Mandell from the Guam Track and Field Association, athlete. And we also have a Olympic hopeful from Japan, Naoto Tobe. And we're here to talk about track and field in general and their visit to the island. So first off, Derek, being an athlete and a member of the Guam Track and Field Association, how important and big of a deal it is to have these type of athletes in their prime making a visit to Guam and speaking to some of the athletes?
It's really important. It's rare that we get athletes of their level on island. And for them to be able to make the time to meet with some of our local athletes yesterday, it was great. It was informative for them, and the more exposure to their level of athletes, the more it will help our local athletes in the future.
And this is your fourth time on island, and you work for Japan Airlines in Japan. You're able to meet some of the employees from the airline company here on island. And what is that like, just interacting with some of the employees here on island?
Yeah. Actually, Japan Airlines is official airline partner of Olympic Games in next year. So our work is getting better atmosphere in company. So we were talking about Olympics and sports in Guam employers.
And that must be pretty cool if employees are like, hey, my employee is going to be in the Olympics. And you're a high jump athlete, ranked 4th. And what's some of the training regimens you've been through getting ready for the Olympic Games?
Actually, I'm preparing for 4 years for Olympic Games, so it is very long term. First year is make good strengths, and next 3 years is making for my techniques.
And is this your first Olympic Games?
Yeah.
And for you, Derek, man, we were talking off camera, competing for the Olympics. Out of question for this year, but representing Guam at the Olympic level, how big was that for you to be able to wear that Guam uniform?
It's like a huge honor for any athlete, no matter what country they represent, and being from Guam and being able to represent Guam on that stage, it's a huge honor. And
we went from 2 athletes to being selected into the Olympic Games. Now we're only at 1.
Yeah, so the new changes for Tokyo 2020 for the smaller member nations like Guam. Before there used to be 1 male, 1 female athlete represented automatically at the games. But for next year they're changing it to just 1 athlete overall. So it could be male or it could be female.
And how has it been in Japan as far as getting ready for the Olympic Games?
Now Japanese atmosphere is very exciting for Olympic Games. It is like me, athletes also, and all another people also.
And are they going to give you a lot of time off to get ready for the games?
Yeah.
And so you came here with 2 of your teammates.
Yes.
Talk about your teammates and their field events.
One athlete is triple jumper, and one more women athlete is 100-meter sprinters.
And how are their chances of making the team?
Actually, I think all athletes can compete in Olympic Games in next year.
And Derek, having them here, training techniques, what are some of the questions that you guys have asked them to kind of help you guys as far as preparation?
Well, some of the athletes yesterday in our meeting asked the Japanese athletes, how many times a day they train, how many times a week they train, when they started in the sport, and yeah, just the overall like their commitment level to the sport, and hopefully that those discussions help them implement those into their own training.
And what has the support system been like for you with your company, Japan Airlines, and just Japan in general?
I'm employee of Japan Airlines, but actually not working every day. My job is training and competing, so sometimes I'm going to company and say hello and some small works. I think it is very good system for athlete.
And how do you like Guam? The weather, the people?
I love Guam. It's very good weather and good atmosphere and good people. So I love Guam and I love to do training in Guam.
And so let's talk about the federation. The Guam Track and Field Association has always been one of the biggest medal haulers in the mini games, micro games, Pacific games. Where are we going now as far as making sure that our athletes are doing enough tournaments, gaining enough points to solidify themselves as that top pick to represent Guam?
Well, we're just gonna continue to try to give them opportunities to compete, whether on island or in the regional area championships. So just giving them exposure to different levels of competition will breed better performances overall.
Have you been to the Run Guam store?
Oh yes.
Nice.
Yeah, very very nice.
Make sure you guys pick up some gear. Anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No, it's just it was kind of like a surprise notice that they were coming to Guam, and when I found out the type of athletes that were coming, I jumped on the opportunity to to have them meet with our athletes and get them the exposure they deserve.
So what do you have planned during your last few days here on island? Kmart.
Yeah.
And hamburger.
Yeah, hamburger. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show. That's gonna do it for us here in the zone. Don't forget to catch us every Thursday right here.